Welcome to the Law Simplified course on the UK legal system or the English legal system, or as referred to in some LLB syllabuses, common law reasoning and institutions. Now, this subject is predominantly taken up by LLB students in the first year, along with criminal law, contracts, and constitutional law. As you might be well aware by now, law can be divided into several different subject areas, such as criminal, constitutional, or contractual. In the similar context, you can also divide law into either criminal or civil, which roughly translates to the fact that certain cases are brought upon by the state itself and some are between individuals, therefore criminal and civil. Much like these two deviations or divisions in law, much like the subject matter divisions itself, we must also understand that there is a division in terms of procedure and substantive law. Now, what I mean by this, if you're approaching this course as the first course in the Law Simplified program, is that substantive law refers to the actual body of content, the body of law that is implemented. This can be seen in subjects as criminal, constitutional, contracts, even in the second year in land, in trust law, in equity, in commercial law, company law, so on and so forth. Whereas procedural law, as in what we are discussing in terms of the English legal system, is in fact how those laws are implemented by judges in courts of law. So this primarily deals with a little bit of history and a little bit of procedure. The majority of the subject matter within this course is catered towards LLB students who are sitting for the examinations in either May or November. At the inception, why I have defined this as being procedure heavy rather than substantive is purely because you would notice that unlike the other courses which are available in the Law Simplified program, there is somewhat limited resources when you consider the amount of cases that have been summarized along with this course. This is primarily due to the English legal system, the subject itself, not being case-driven, rather procedure, opinion, and court structure driven. And you'll understand this when we go on to the lessons proper. Now, in terms of the course itself, we will be covering the roles which are undertaken by courts themselves, how they are organized in a systematic manner within the UK, and a little bit of history, how exactly these court structures came about and where we are at now. For instance, the Supreme Court, which came about in 2009 with the enactment of the Supreme Court Act of 2009. We will discuss what is meant as statutory interpretation and the various forms of interpretation employed by judges. Moving on to what the role of the judges themselves are and how they're supposed to be impartial, the effect of Article 6 and the due process, the criminal justice process, the Human Rights Act of 1998, which has a substantial bearing on the UK jurisdiction now, and finally we'll end off with the political economy of justice. This particular topic is connected with Article 6 and the due process as well, and you'll understand how they're connected when we actually get onto the topic. Once again, welcome to the Law Simplified course on the English legal system. Let's begin.